GPS, or Global Positioning Systems, was originally developed by the military, and they used it for navigation systems. And in about the year 2000, the technology was opened up to consumers, and we started using it for basic navigation. Well, you know, we can use GPS in our cars, and we see a lot of that. We see a lot of hikers use it for navigation. You know, they mark where they left their car, and they get to go out in the woods, and they don't have to worry about, you know, where's my car at? You know, you can't always go and mark an X where your fishing spot was because it was somewhere in the water. Well, people who like to fish can use GPS and mark where their favorite fishing spot is. If you have a teenager that tends to go where they shouldn't be going, there's technology called Teen Tracker where you put GPS in their car, and you can see if your child went over the speed limit in certain areas, if they're where they shouldn't be. And of course, the way I like to use it is I like to use it to train. I like to ride my bicycle, and I want to know how fast I'm going. I want to know how many calories I burn so I can eat that 220-calorie candy bar. And I like to see how many feet I've climbed when I'm in mountainy areas. And I use GPS for all that. See, in about an hour and a half, I've gone 22 miles and burned about 900 calories. Do you know if you have satellite television, you have to get the satellite box and you have to pay a monthly service for it. But with GPS, all you have to do is go out and buy a GPS receiver, kind of like this. This is a Garmin Rhino. It's a GPS receiver and a two-way radio. You just buy the receiver, you turn it on, and you get to use it. No monthly service involved with that. And there's a lot of things like people who like to fish. I mentioned that there's a GPS receiver with a fish finder in it. Or you can just get a basic GPS receiver like this Garmin eTrex. About $100. You can find out where you're going using this. And for those who like to do fitness activities, which is some of the things I like to do, you have like the Garmin Forerunners that fit on your wrist. Well, agriculturalists have been using GPS as long as it's been available to them. Aerial applicators, a lot of people might call them crop dusters, but they're up there in the air, and they might be applying about 5 gallons per acre of a colorless fertilizer. So they don't really know where they applied and where they need to apply next. They need to find that line or that swath of where they applied. Now we have GPS, and all they have to do is line up with the GPS, and you don't have to have flaggers out there in the rice fields. I can take a group of about 20 fourth graders, and they can learn how to use GPS for an application in 30 minutes.
To learn more, contact your county extension agent and follow the links in this section.